So as you know, we are redoing the kitchen and I'm going to vlog the experience. I'm going to keep these kind of low key, low production value. But I think you have to start with the before, what's current state. And a lot of things are going to change, but a lot of things we're going to have to make decisions around when it comes to all the stuff we keep. So I'll just give you a quick tour of the current kitchen, some of the challenges we're going to run into, and give you an idea of where our starting point is. So this is the current kitchen now. Pretty clean layout. I like it. Works pretty well. That would be our pantry, and then we finish up with this planning desk over here. Now I'm not going to go through every single cabinet, but you can see the layout's pretty standard. We have the Tupperware purgatory, so many dishes, so many mugs. We have the sink here. That's pretty typical. Garbage can there. So much glassware. I don't know what we're going to do with all that. So we have to kind of address that. And then we have this Lazy Susan here where we keep a lot of appliances and things. So this is a fun little challenge with our kitchen. Some people have spice racks and some might have a spice shelf. We have spice cabinets, plural, where we keep all of our rubs and hot sauces and every single spice you can imagine, but we actually use a lot of them. I don't know if we'll be able to reduce this down or not. Maybe we'll try, but that's going to be a fun one to figure out when everything is back in order. I know Marie Kondo would probably freak if she saw that right now. And then one thing we do like about the kitchen today, that oven has a double oven, so that comes in handy as well as the microwave. And then you can see we have the refrigerator, and then we move to our pantry. I can't believe I'm showing you the current disaster of a pantry, but what you can see is we get a lot of space in here, but it does kind of go behind the wall. It gets a little tricky to navigate. And then, you know, we've got some liquor we got to find homes for as well. And then we also have that shelving on the door. And then from the pantry, we had this planning desk, which the left side was full of cookbooks. We did pull those out, narrowed those down a lot. You can see we do have a lot of liquor, no judging, but we're gonna figure out what we can do with this planning desk area as well to make it a little more functional for us. And a quick look at the island. We have a wine fridge that was built in, that was super fantastic. This ledge that comes out to allow for seating, we haven't used that in years, so it kind of takes up a little bit too much space. I just have to point out the spot in front of the refrigerator, the floor, it's the dirtiest and it's the most worn. So I don't know what that says about us. Actually, I know exactly what that says about us. But that's going to get an upgrade as well. The storage in the island is pretty nice. We have so many serving dishes. That's got to be a situation we got to deal with. And then this crazy little spot in the island. It's a super thin cabinet, but it holds all of our cutting boards. So that was kind of an interesting spot. And then of course we have the vegetable sink in the island, which is super duper convenient. And then we'll take a quick look at the living room because we're also making some updates to that. And we have just a couple of updates that they'll make with the dining room, not much, but this is current state. We're already working on moving stuff out. So it's in a bit of disarray, but that's kind of what it looks like right now. And then, you know, because it's not enough just to tear up your first floor of your house, we're also going to update what we refer to as the kids' bathroom. It desperately needs it, and it'll be nice to have that updated as well.